John Legend's ascent to musical royalty is a saga laced with soulful serendipity, but few tales from his journey rival the quirky odyssey behind his stage name. Emerging from the collaborative crucible of early 2000s hip-hop, the moniker that would define a 13-time Grammy dynasty was born not in boardrooms, but in the heat of studio synergy, and sealed through an improbable parley with an outsider whose world couldn't have been further afield. The genesis traces to a nascent partnership with a visionary rapper whose debut album would redefine genre boundaries. As a session ace lending keys and vocals, Legend, then still John Roger Stevens, wove magic into tracks that blended gospel grit with urban poetry. Amid these alchemy-fueled nights, a Chicago wordsmith fresh off spoken word circuits, witnessed the unassuming prodigy's prowess. Struck by the throwback timbre and old soul finesse, the poet dubbed him the Legend on the spot, a casual accolade that stuck like melody to memory. Legend, ever the introspective artist with a voice evoking smoky lounges and civil rights anthems, warmed to the epithet. It captured his essence, a timeless crooner in a transient scene, bridging eras with effortless elegance. As the nickname proliferated, from collaborators to crew, it posed a crossroads. Adopt it and risk hubris before a deal was inked. Reject it and forfeit a hook that promised intrigue. Opting for boldness, Legend reasoned that audacity could command attention, provided he backed it with brilliance. Little did he know the path to proprietorship would veer into the absurd. Legal hurdles loomed, as any aspiring brand must navigate the minefield of trademarks. Legend's counsel unearthed a claimant, a producer whose output straddled adult entertainment and vintage twang, operating under the handle Johnny Legend. The overlap, in name and musical dabbling, spelled potential litigation, a clash of soulful aspirations and rockabilly reverie. Undeterred, Legend's team tracked down this enigmatic figure, embarking on negotiations that read like a fever dream script. The parley yielded a covenant of coexistence. Legend claims John in soul and R&B realms, while Johnny retains his niche in skin flicks and hillbilly harmonies. Mutual non-aggression pacts ensured no crossovers, no soul-infused smut or full legendabilly jams. Legend, with wry humor, affirms his fidelity. No ventures into vice or vintage plucks under borrowed banners. The accord, eccentric as it was, liberated him to launch unencumbered. This footnote underscores the serendipitous scaffolding of stardom. Legend's debut, a soul-steeped sophomore slump turned classic, dropped on his 26th birthday, a new birth, christened by the name that now adorns arenas and awards. From obscurity to Oprah's couch, the Legend mantle amplified his narrative. The Ohio prodigy who harmonized with hip-hop's vanguard, penning odes to love's labyrinths and justice's calls. Delving into his roots, Legend's episode in a new docuseries peels back layers on the boy who became bard. Childhood vignettes evoke church choirs and piano prodigies, where melodies were both escape and expression. Creative rituals emerge as sacred, late-night noodling lyric-led composition, mirroring the discipline that birthed Ordinary People and All of Me. Intimate glimpses of partnership with his spouse add warmth, her influence a steady bassline to his improvisations. The series, blending performance and portraiture, captures Legend unplugged, crooning hits with historical heft, dissecting the alchemy of vulnerability in verse. His throwback allure, once a whispered asset, now roars, a voice that soothes stadiums while stirring souls. The Porn Producer Pact, recounted with bemused relish, humanizes the ascent, proving that even legends navigate oddities. In broader strokes, Legend's story illuminates the stage name ecosystem. From Prince's symbol to Beyoncé's solo leap, these aliases are shields and spotlights. His negotiation, a microcosm of industry intrigue, highlights resilience, the grit to haggle for identity amid gatekeepers. Today, as mentor and mogul, Legend stewards talents through similar straits, his tale a talisman for the unsigned. Claim your crown but court the claimants.